Today's video is the get ready with me that a few of you have asked for. So I'm going to take you with me right from the start of my makeup application today through the entire look. I know a couple of you had asked for it, and I did it again with the green eye makeup. So if you're interested in it, take a look and let me know what you think of the overall look and the application. And I have to say, you know that expression, "You've come a long way, baby." When I look back in my earlier videos of doing my makeup, wow, I had a lot to learn. I have learned a lot, and I still have a lot to learn. I get it. So I really hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think. This is the get ready with me that a few of you have requested. So I'm planning on doing it for you this morning. I'm gonna try to use the same look for the eyes that I used the day that a few people had asked for it, and that was in the green shadows. So we'll see. I never know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm kind of like an artist in the sense that something strikes my fancy and I have to try it. In any case, what I have on so far is just my skincare, and I have my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer on. And I have my Mally primer on. That's it so far. Okay, the next thing that I always do is I start to work on sculpting my face. And everybody has their own routine for how they do it. I always start off with my tried and true hula that I think half the world uses. And I've been using this for a really long time, as witnessed by how much of it is gone. All right. What I do to begin with, just to give me the defined look, I feel where my cheekbone is. At the cheekbone, I lay a very light base of the hula. Okay, same thing on the other side. It is just at that line, and what I'm doing is I'm blending up because I don't want this any lower than it already is. So that's the start of it for me. Next thing I will do is I will just give it a quick brush along my nose to give it a little bit, and then I'll do a quick brush here just to kind of lay down the beginning of what will be the sculpting for my jowls and for my neck. And again, you know, if you take a look at the jowls, thank God there really is not all that much there. All right, the second product that I'm using right now, and it's only today, I changed. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and it too is well loved. So I'm going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to go right above that other line and fill in that space, making it a little bit lighter. And what I'm doing again is I'm creating the contour. Let me take a little more for the other side. Okay, that's all I need for that. And once again, I'm taking whatever is left and just kind of adding it to what I have going on down here. The next step is for me to take one of my blushes. Let's see, which one do I want to use today? I'm not sure. What the heck? I am really stupid. I didn't put my makeup on. This is just over the, that is hilarious. I'm gonna have to start all over again. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye now. Okay, here I am. What I did was I put on my collagen. This is the Miraness, and it's the Collagen Cushion Foundation in, this one is Mocha. This is a little bit darker, and this is what I would use this time of year. In the winter, I would use the Vienna, which is one shade lighter. It comes with its own pad, as the collagen, the cushions tend to, and it really makes for a nice finish. So it goes on liquid and it dries to a kind of powder finish, so you really don't have to powder your face. I have not put on any blush yet, and let me see. Which one shall I use? I think I'm just gonna take, this was last year's Christmas case that I had gotten. Excuse me, what is it? From Ulta. And this is it. So I'm going to take the two lighter shades, and I am actually going to brush it across both and just give a little bit of a blush to the apples of my cheeks and work it a tiny bit out, not far and not too much. I think the problem that a lot of people have is when they apply too much and then it starts to look doll-like, you know, where you create those little red cheeks or whatever. And then, of course, just to polish off the look, I use my rotating brush to blend it all in. Make sure it's blended in really well. Okay. I have done nothing yet for under my eyes, and I was doing that first for a long time, but I'm not doing it all the time anymore because, to tell you the truth, it's been really frustrating. When I'm using the eye products, the ones that tend to have a lot of fallout, I don't want this done because when I try to fix it, I wind up getting the craziest off colors. This is really drying out. I need a new, I have a new one, but I need to start it. Okay, this is my primer. This is Urban Decay. And this is not my favorite one. I like they have another one there. I think it's, I don't know if they call it anti-aging or what, but I like it better. But this one's finished, so that's fine. I'm going to leave this on for a minute while I start to do just a little bit more. I'm going to take the highlighter that came with the KKW contour kit, and I'm just going to add a little bit of it right here, and you will see how that lays out. Okay. And then I will just brush it out. Now remember, I haven't touched this yet. What I'm going to do also, I'm a little bit darker today in my eye bags on the inside part of it. So I'm going to put just the tiniest bit of the orange correcting color. This stuff goes a very long way, so really using the smallest amount of it possible is smart, because otherwise you wind up with way too much and it just doesn't make any sense. Okay. No matter how little I do of this, it goes a really, really long way. Okay. Isn't it funny when we make those stupid faces when we do our makeup? All right, so that's it. Okay, I'm not going to really lay down the rest of the product yet because I want to do my eyes first. What I do for the base is one of a couple of things, and for today I'm going to use the one from the Blizzard collection. That's the crown brush, and I've shown you this one before, and I always use one of these two colors as the base. Now I'm going to show you, I'm using the white one, and this I always do with my finger because it lays down more product. It gives you a nice base to work from. Swell. That's the only problem. My fingers are too big, so I got a little bit of it under. Okay. So that again is my base. And I will just use a brush then to smooth it and give it a nice finish. The next thing I do is I will go into my transition colors, and what I've been using lately for that is the Morphe. It's the Morphe 35N palette, and I usually use this color and this color, or this color and this color, depending upon how much color I want in that transition area. So let's get started with that. Okay, I like a little bit of a bigger brush for that. And this one is just my, I don't know what it is, B Pro Detailer. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to take this one as my starting color. And again, just that windshield wiper motion to get it put down in there. And rather than trying to take too much product the first time, I would rather layer it until I get the look that I want. Last thing you want is for it to be muddy. I also have got to wash my brushes today. I meant to do it yesterday and forgot until it was too late in the day and knew that they wouldn't be dry for morning. So I'll have to do it today when I finish. All right, the second color I'm going to do this time is this one. I wish they had names, but they don't. All right, so now I'm going to lay a layer of that. While I'm working on my eyes, I always stop in the middle, and I will always blend as I go, because by blending I can determine just how much more I want to create my look. And what I often do, to be honest, is I will, when I'm finished, if I don't think it has enough intensity of color, I'll go back and I'll add some more. All right, I'm going to do one more layer because I think I have not quite enough, and I'm going to do that closer to the crease. I'm going to go in darker, so I'm going in with this one. It's a warmer color. It's almost kind of a toasty color. So there we go. That's right on that bone and right close to the crease. I don't know about you, but I always have a harder time. I guess because I'm left-handed, I always have a harder time doing my right eye. All right, this is going to give me enough for here. Now I probably do the next step a little bit strangely. I don't do it like anybody else that I see on YouTube. And again, maybe it's because, you know, I have done art in the past, and I tend to think in terms of giving myself a nice outline within which to work. So I'm going to put this one down. I'm using, for the green, I'm using the Urban Decay. This is the Full Spectrum palette. And I am using this green. All right. So I'm going to use a flatter brush for this, and I'm going to go right into the area that I want to be the end of that look. And because I want to lift the eye visually, I'm going to stop it right about there, and that's going to stop right about where my eyebrow ends. So again, I'm lifting the eye, and I'm laying in that framework of color for me to then color in. I found over time, by trying various things, that this is what works best. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but take a look as I come in close. What I do with that outline is I am raising it just the tiniest bit onto the bone of my eye socket. The reason I'm doing that is, once again, to elongate this area, because with the aging eyes and the hooded eye, it really makes a huge difference. So what I will do at this point is I will now take a denser brush, and I'll work within the framework of my guidelines, filling in, and I will concentrate on that corner for now, laying in some more of that dark green. That's starting to give me my definition and the look that I'm going for. So I'll do the same thing on the other eye. I will fill that in from the corner, and then I will lay it in more heavily and work it from there, trying to keep as clean a line as I can at the end. I'm sure this is distracting for you with these stupid orange things, but as soon as I finish my eyes, I can fix that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more because I'm looking for the intensity of color in the outer corner to give it some really nice definition. And again, believe me, this is not the way the gurus do it, but for those of us who have aging eyes and aging skin, definitely works. May work for the younger girls too, and if it does, I'm really happy for you. But this is essentially how I do it. Then I want to get something in a lighter green to put in, but I don't like the other greens in this palette. They're going to be too intense in a lighter way. It's not the look I'm going for. So I'm going to once again pick another palette, and I have this other Urban Decay Vice Reloaded, and I have sort of a medium green in this one, and I'll take that for my secondary color. I'll wipe off the brush that I used to lay the first color in. Take some of this. Tapping off the excess is really important. Otherwise you get so much fallout with these things. The only one I don't get the fallout with is the Tom Ford. But the rest of them, it's just a question of, you know, less or more. But there is definitely fallout there. God, today is a gorgeous day here. How is it where you are? I'm loving this. I have to go to Ulta today. I'm running out of my Clarisonic cleanser that I use with the Clarisonic, and I can't find anything yet that takes its place for me. So if one of you, or if any of you, uses something that you like for Clarisonic that works well for you, let me know. Once again, I'm going to take the blending brush and I'm going to blend what I have so far. Now, you will notice, I'm sure, as I do this, I am losing some of the intensity of the white. That'll be taken care of at the end. That is not a problem. So do you see it starting to take shape? I will not do the part under my eyes yet until I do my concealer. So I am going to, well, I can do one more step so far. So bear with me for a minute while I just take my pencil, and I'm going to use that green pencil that I showed you yesterday, which is the NYX Slide On Glide On in the tropical green. Okay. And I'm going to lay in a line very close to my lashes. And I bring it out toward the end, but what I want to do, I don't want to do anything more with it now because I want to create kind of that cat's eye appearance, and I can't do that until I put the lower part of my eye makeup on. Okay, that just gives me enough definition for now. I will also be tight lining with black. And I have to tell you, for all you gals who stick the thing right in your eye, I give you kudos for that. It's something I cannot do. But then again, in all fairness to me, I never wore contacts, so I wasn't used to sticking things in my eye. So what I'm going to do, and I know it's not good, is I'm going to take the black. The same thing, the NYX Slide On Glide On, but in black. Where is it? It's in this. Ah, there it is. Okay. It's upside down. That would help if I did it. No, it's not. Duh. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do that. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can do this. Let me see. No, I can't. So I'm going to have to lift this. I know it's not the way to go, but so be it. And I don't tight line all the way. I just do the outer, maybe third, half, tops. Let's do this. Okay. All right, now I have to take care of the bottom before I can move on. And the issue then becomes, I cannot have my dirty hands. I cannot have hands that have different color makeup on it, because then if I go to put the stuff on my lower, my under eye, it is not going to work. All right, and what I have here, sadly, is this is the very dried out one. I don't know what the heck I did with the other one. So the problem with putting this on when it's very dry is that it's going to create those bloody lines for me. So forgive me. Don't, you know when they say don't try this at home? Don't try this at home. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of this. I'm going to fix it anyway with the other, that wonderful, wonderful highlighter and concealer that I have from Marinesse. All right, so here we go. Just blending this all in. See, I don't like the way that looks because I feel like it's looking a little bit green in there. So at this point, I will take my Marinesse Concealer Ombre Stick. And I will just put a little bit of it right here. And look how little it takes on this. This thing is nothing short of miraculous. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Now, I don't have my beauty blender with me, so I am going to just tap it in. This would be much, again, don't do this at home. It would be much better with the beauty blender. I will also take this at this point and I will go down the center of my nose and I will blend that in as well. So again, we're creating that contour on the nose, and I still have to put my, yeah, you see, this is, again, I'm using makeup that is too dried out. And this was definitely a mistake. And what happens is if I put the powder on now, it's going to really crack and it's going to make me look like I'm 110 years old. Okay. All right, so I have the basics on now. Now what I have to do is figure out what do I want to do with the bottom. All right, so it just occurred to me I'm going to change it up just a tiny little bit. And this is using a Real Techniques brush, and this brush is called Smudge Brush. So it's got the, you know, the kind of very small head, and I like to use this one for under my eyes. I'm going to go into my original transition color up here, and I'm just going to start with that under my eyes. So that's just laying down a foundation for what I want to do next. This may sound strange, but I'm going to go in with blue. So I'm going to take this real blue. It may look crappy, and if it does, I'll deal with it. But let me give it a try. Then what I will do is take another brush that is a little bit softer and smaller, and I will just blend it out. Now it is, I'll go in with, question is, do I use the medium blue or the light blue? I'm going to use the light blue. Let's see if that works. This one is, this is Crown Coral Blue, it's called. And these are okay, these pencils, but it's nowhere near as good as both. I think I'm liking it less and less as I go on. Does that ever happen to you where you start doing something and you say, whoops, I should have stopped 1 or 2 steps ago? I don't like this at all. All right, so we have to make we have to back up and make a change here. Okay, I think let me start out by going back to my dark green brush, dark green pencil, and I'm going to line, again lining very close to my lash line. Very close. So I'm getting it essentially between the lashes. I never go all the way into the corner here because it just, I think, closes my eyes in too much. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, going again very close to the lash line. Here you go. It's starting to take shape. It's not there yet, but it's definitely on its way. What I want to do now is I want to create that swoop up. Question is, how intense do I want to make it? And that is different every day depending upon my mood. So today I think I'll go up as far as I can. And I'm going to add this and make it swoop up to meet it. Do you see it? I will blend that, and you have to kind of blend it. You can't wait too long to blend it because you will lose the ability to do it. This is also crown brush, and this is called a chisel shader. So what I'm going to do is just blend this out a little bit and kind of take the line and make it less defined. Do the same thing on the other eye, where I will take it up. I will then add this. This will go up to meet it. I will then take that chisel brush again, and I will smudge it with that. And again, this is not finished because for me, once again, because I'm such a bloody perfectionist and I make my life nuts because of that, I have to kind of work into the corner to bring more definition to the whole corner. All right, are you seeing it? I then have to go into my waterline here and add this green. And again, I'm not going all the, oh shoot, I told you I'm not good at this. I never stuck my fingers in my eyes. And it's a little late to start now. I don't want to get green on this. I just don't. Okay. Again, it's giving me more definition. And I know those of you who tell me I shouldn't be pulling on this, I know. But it's the only way I know to do it without killing myself. So here we go at this point. And I have to, I keep reassessing and reassessing and reassessing. And as I go along, I will continue to blend to kind of perfect the look. Well, I don't know if perfect the look is the right word because I'm not perfect. But here we go. It's starting to take shape. It definitely needs the lashes and it needs the eyebrows done. So the next step is doing the eyebrows. I'm going to use that Miraness product I had told you about. Here we go. All right, this again was the Miraness 3D Multi-Shade Brow Express. And I will first take that, this was that pencil again in the taupey color that is triangular shaped at the point. It's kind of hard to see the point there. I'm not sure. Can you see it? All right. I go with the pointed edge. Oh, first I brush down my brows. Always brush them down because I want to see the original shape of the brow and follow along with the line. So here we go. This never comes out exactly the same 2 days in a row. Do you ever notice that with your eyebrows, or it's just me? Now, I have a little spot here where I had over tweezed, and I need to fill that in. So there we go. So again, it's as good as it's going to get for me, and I'm perfectly happy with it. At one point, I had gone to somebody to tweeze my brows, and she cut some of the brow hair and now it sticks up all the time. I never had that in my life where it stuck up before. All right, here we go on this one. I'm following that line. And I just went a tiny bit too high on it. Following the curve and back down, stopping where my brow stops. I do not want to extend it. I do not want to have it coming down. I want to keep it going out, which makes for a lighter and younger look. And again, when I tell you this stuff, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a beauty expert. I am not a makeup artist. This is just me learning what I've learned from all the rest of you wonderful people. All right, then I will take this brush and I will just kind of give it a feathered look. And that's it for me. So that works for me. Then what I do is I go back to my highlighter concealer from Mariness, and I will lay in just a little bit here and just a little bit here, and then I'll blend it out. These Real Techniques brushes were great. I had bought a bunch of these at one point. This is the mini foundation brush that I actually use for my concealer a lot. So I'm going in under the brow line just to bring some light to that area and to really put a little bit more focus on the actual eye makeup beneath it. So it gives it that, it kind of makes me look as if I'm more awake, I think. All right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how I do my eyelashes. And again, it changes depending upon which product I'm using at the moment, but I told you I am absolutely in love with that tight line. I've been using that every single day now, and I will continue to use it. I actually meant to order more, and I haven't yet ordered it. I'll have to do that as soon as I finish this today, because I want to make sure that it's not out of stock. And I get it on QVC. So, because I can get 2, usually. I even once got 3 of them. First, I'm going to take my eyelash curler, and I have yet to find, since they changed the eyelash curlers years ago to put in that harder, stupid thing, it doesn't work as well as when it used to have that more normal, I don't know what you call it, plastic, whatever. I think it was rubber before, maybe. All right, so I'm going to just give it a quick curl. Maybe not so quick. Let me try it again. Then I will do the other. Now take a look at this before I put my eyelashes on. You don't even see them. It's like they don't exist. Okay, here we go. This is my tight line. Here we go with those funny looks again, the funny mouth. Okay, this one is really getting dried out. Let me try the other one. I definitely have to get them. Yeah, I think this one's a little bit better. Yeah, they are definitely dried out. What I like about it is that I can get all the way down to the bottom of the lash. Does it drive you as crazy as it does me when you get a little black spot? You do your whole makeup, everything comes out great, and then you have the spot from the mascara that you get on it accidentally. I really, truthfully, I should be wearing false lashes. Do you see the difference yet? It's a start. And again, because it's dried out, it's not coming out anywhere near as good as it typically would. Okay, and there were the lower lashes that did not, and this is taking way, way, way too much time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the second part of this, and then off camera I'll do my other eye so that I know. Okay, here we have it, the finished product. What I did was I finished the other eye. I added a tiny bit more definition to the cheek. I added just a little more of the darker color here to give me a little bit more contour. I added the Kitten, it's called Kitten, that Stila highlighter that I've shown you many times. I did that. I did it on the tip of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and a little bit down on my chin. What else did I do? The lipstick is in pinks today. I lined it with one of the regular liners, nothing special. I did the Love Me Do on the outer corners today in the Laura Geller Purple Currants, son of a gun. How do you like that? I thought I was doing a pink. And then I added a lighter pink from my L'Oreal palette that I happen not to have here right at the moment, but it's the pink palette like this. So I used the second shade from the left for that, and then in the very center I used my Rimmel number 113 in the Kate, and that is this very pale kind of a neutral. So that gave me my gradient for my lips today, and it is essentially done. The wig, you know, soft and subtle in the, I think is it GL 23101 SS. It's the soft shade of the Sunkissed Beige. So tell me if you enjoyed the Get Ready with me, if it was worthwhile, if it's something I should consider doing at some point again in the future, and tell me if you like the look. So take care, and Barbara, I didn't forget you. I will the next time come back with that larger purse insert just to show you the difference in size. But again, the structure of it I find is really helpful, and I think it's something that you might enjoy having. Take care. Great day, everybody.